That movie, The New Mutants, it is no joke, been delayed 4 times now.
That's
It's the
crazy.
fourth time this movie's been delayed. I
The
know.
X-Men?
Yeah, the last Fox produced, but being distributed by Disney or Marvel. I don't know, but it's one of those like last. It's one of the last ones from Fox that
Oh yeah, yeah,
was supposed to
yeah.
come out before the merger. Uh,
Right.
it just sucks, but
X-Men.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how patient we can be, because during the first wave, it's been this joyous. I can't believe I'm even saying that, but it's almost like we're sharing in each other's misery in a positive, let's band together. We can do this. I mean, when we all think about it, we really like being alone and isolated and on our phones all the time anyway. And now we're allowed to. It's actually just encouraged for the next 2 weeks to just hide from
Right.
society.
Yeah.
This is so unprecedented, man, and
Right.
it just feels like I remember hearing that the only way that human race will go extinct is by some bug, some virus
Yeah.
that's either man-made or man reinforced, like selling bats to eat. Like that's a
Yeah.
man-made thing. Like we took a flying disease trap and fed each other with it.
I don't think I worried more about the patience of people and the repercussions of that. I know we can
Yeah,
defeat this virus and they will come up with a cure and if we
right.
stay up, but I'm worried about like if this goes on for 3 months, like I mean people in LA riot over Lakers losing. Like what's gonna happen
Right.
when like they can't go to the bars and the people aren't working? Like it's that shit that bothers me. And the government knows that. It's why like they're getting National Guard ready and
The TV show on HBO is a limited series called The Night of. This kid is this nerdy kid, Uber driver, and he picks up this girl, and shit happens. Anyway, he ends up in jail to show you like how we can change so fast in order to survive. So like that kid went into jail, this like dorky, like nerdy kid, like Uber driver, and became this badass prisoner who like survived
yeah.
in jail. And then he was freed. And it was like, all right, go back to normal life. And he was like, but I just became this like hardened thug. I can't like go back to being like this golly gee happy Uber driver. It's like, are we going to get used to this like social distancing so much that it's like weird going back out and being social? I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I,
No, I
I
agree.
feel like it's
What's
something to think about.
I think it's going to change things definitely. We're going to I think a good thing that will come out of it, if you could even say that, is people realize like it's less traffic, less pollution. More companies are going to realize you can work from home. This has worked. We've saved money. We don't need to keep renting this huge office. Like, let's keep doing this. I think that's one thing that's going
Wow.
to happen. Yeah.
Wow. Good point, dude.
You
That's
know?
so true. Yeah, like I'm saying, like if you can do something from like 2 months or 2 weeks to a month and maintain and grow, then oh my gosh, we just discovered a new way to cut so much fucking overhead.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I
You
work at
know?
a place where we don't have walk in traffic, and really the office is just because you're all together. But, you have ways around that. The world's a small place. And I feel like, I haven't heard it's only been a week, but I haven't heard anybody I work with be like, wow, I really wish that office was open. We're really not getting anything done. Everything we do is on our computers anyway. And you can always just pick up the phone, or we have the live chat going on, like Teams and stuff. So it's not like you can't do that. And another thing, too, is I feel like we're going to be a lot more careful about diseases in the future. Like,
Yeah.
people can play the blame game. It was Trump. It was this. Like, whatever. I don't think one person's responsible. I just think overall, in the
Yeah.
future, we're going to react taking things more seriously with like airplane screening and shit like that for diseases.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, like not to compare it to 9/11, but it feels,
Does.
at least in this country, it feels like we are reacting to something of the same volume, where
Oh yeah.
the way that we go about life is going to be changed forever from this.
Yes.
And
I agree.
I don't know exactly what that looks like. I don't think that means walking around with masks, but it has to.
Yeah.
It has to wake up the people in charge on climate change and pollution,
Right.
and how that one thing affects the other thing, affects the other thing, affects the other thing, wipes out the population.
Yeah, the domino effect. All that's relative.
Right.
Everything's relative. It's all related. So yeah, I think it's
right.
good. I think if there's any silver lining, that once this is all said and done, and I hope it is soon, as little losses of life as possible, that we can like evolve from this in like a better way.
I hope so.
I mean, the next step is closing like domestic travel and putting like troops out there to really keep people in. Because now it's all kind of up to you to do it. Yeah, like bars aren't open and stuff, but you can still go out and spread it.
That is such a good point. It's a true test. It's like, can we all be responsible at the same time for each other? No, because I know there's someone out there who knows they have it, and they're like, I'm just gonna give it to everybody.
There was already a guy that died in Japan that knew he had it, and he went out to spread it, and he went to all these bars, and then he got like arrested, and then he died in like jail. But it's like, if once you have it and you don't have it anymore, are you immune, or can you get it again?
I heard it's like chicken pox. That's why they're talking. There's word down here that they're going to just give it to the firefighters, let them beat it off, and then that sounded better than I meant it.
Like Rob,
and
firefighter Rob.
Yeah, this is who told me. And then you'd basically be immune. And there's a press conference with the chief making that proposal. And I said, yes, that would be a great idea in theory if you were working with people whose lungs haven't already been severely compromised. I mean, those guys breathe in smoke for a living. I don't think you give them a lung virus and hope that they're all just going to beat it.